50 commercial building with light. They're saying light smoke showing, but on big commercial buildings like this, they can go sideways really fast. So funny enough, we were just here filming the people at the bridge, and now we're back. So we were literally just here. So like no joke, we were parked on this street.
Copy, engine 17, rescue 17 is with you.
Which building?
The Buffalo River now has finally wearing a t-shirt.
We're gonna park with the RAs over here. We don't want to get stuck in there. Looks like they've got an outside fire possibly. But we'll find out.
Rescue 9, you're medical.
There's a bottle of alcohol right here, I think. Just be careful, don't step on the glass. Looks like a bottle of, oh, watch your back. Looks like a bottle of alcohol or something that somebody maybe poured. All right, they're already getting the blower. Once you see that and that thing fires up, once he gets it in the door and fires it up, we know that they've got a good knockdown at this point. They're putting up the ladder right here possibly, so they'll get a better look at it. But I'm seeing a lot of white smoke, nothing dark. Again, we were just here. We were just at the 6th Street Bridge probably about 2 hours ago. And yeah, again, there's like a glass bottle on the street over here that looks like alcohol or something, like pure grain alcohol. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I just didn't want to disturb it just in case. All right, smoke's dissipating. We're out of here. .45 is going to be clear from the structure fire on Palmetto. I'll be back en route to Convention Center. So yeah, they got very lucky that didn't get into the building. But look at how old some of these are. This thing right here, what is that? Paint, oils, varnishes. Nate Starkman and Sons. How cool is that, huh?
It's part of downtown twice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Roger. Your knockdown time will be 01:37 hours.
So we have a shooting.
Well, for Earth, do you have a vehicle's description of last direction?
We have a shooting at a Imperial Highway in Central with a victim shot inside of a car.
A Honda Cube.
Come on.
Semi.
They got shot in the cube. That's not good. Dude, go. Jeez.
Victim is down in the Honda Cube.
455 is responding to Imperial Highway in Central on a victim shot in a vehicle.
33,
to the shooting.
Intersection of Central Imperial Highway.
Yeah, so we don't have suspect description yet.
Occurred at Imperial and Central. The victim's vehicle is a gray Honda Cube 4-door. The victim is a male Hispanic slumped down in the vehicle. Additional incident 434.
All right, so we're heading down there. We have a victim down, slumped over the wheel, so they're not doing too well. No suspect information, but we're gonna get down there about as quickly as we can. 45 is going to be about 2 minutes out from the car shooting, and it sounds like it's going fatal. They're asking for the canopy.
Respond to Imperial and Central.
So when they ask for the canopy, that's the big white tent that goes that covers the bodies. So they're asking for the canopy. They'll ask for it preemptively, not knowing if the victim is going to get transported or not. But usually when they ask for it, that's a pretty severe sign that that person is no longer with us. So again, right now our job is to get more information on this. So once we get out, we'll start asking questions and obviously give them a minute to figure out what's going on. But yeah, they're trying to get the canopy right now. But we need we need suspect information, suspect description, victim information, victim description. And people are running lights here. Yeah. Even when it's green, you gotta look. So, yeah, we just got to get that information. As far as filming, we'll have a spot where we can see the car. And again, we want to film as respectfully as possible, like not showing anything graphic, which is kind of difficult on stuff like this because we want to get those. We want to tell the story, right? So you have a story to tell, but you have to do it respectfully and as professionally as possible. So it's kind of a fine line, and I guess a balance you could say between the two. But we seem to do a decent job at that. And this is a pretty rough part of town, so obviously stay close as always, but just gotta be careful. That's all. And we are in Watts, I want to say. This guy's not driving very well. Okay. So yeah, pretty rough. Oh, we got a pursuit.
Number 4 lane speeds about 25 miles an hour.
323, you copy the pursuit, northbound 605 at the 10, 25 miles an hour.
Of course! I was there 20 minutes ago. Of course. I don't copy it, dude. I don't have C20.
Okay, I'm about to be out of the vehicle at this homicide, but yeah, you've got a pursuit, northbound 605 at the 10. They're saying, I think I heard 25 miles an hour, 25. So it's pretty slow, it seems like.
67, rescue 60.
Yeah, they're going really slow. Yeah, they're approaching Ramona Boulevard northbound currently. And 311 might be able to monitor and help you out with that, or Jimmy, I think he's up, but 455 is going code 6 with the ambulance shooting. One victim unconscious, not breathing, intersection of Central.
567, the PRI standing in front of 77 station.
Oh, they just put a sheet on it. I can't hear him. Can you hear him?
Yeah, 311's clear. Jimmy's useless, so that won't work.
Alright, so there's the car. You can see they got the sheet on it instead of the tent, which is probably a better move. We'll start here and then we'll go around the other side. 45's out of the vehicle. So yeah, this is kind of a straightforward, well, it's either going to be a road rage thing or somebody knew somebody or what have you. So we'll get out, we'll do get our shots, and then get on out of here. Oh, let's get a shot from here. I think that's the, I think the captain is here, or he's a detective or a captain or somebody. We'll see if we can talk to him. So you just marked a bullet casing that they just found. So there's quite a few casings out here on the street currently that we're looking at. I'm counting 1, 2. Well, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. So as of right now, they were saying what, a Jeep and then a Cube or what have you, but it looks like a Scion XB. Silver, probably older model. And they didn't transport our victim. Remember, we heard when they got here, they said unconscious, not breathing. So at that point, it's over. So they're not gonna transport a person who's in that condition because they don't want to disturb the crime scene. Let's get to the other side, so we're off axis from the light, and yeah, you can see the tires actually shot out too. Ugh. See a pretty large bullet hole actually in the window right here. So we're just waiting on a quick interview with the sergeant, or correction, the detective that's here. We know what we heard on the radio, obviously, but there's more to it. Not to mention they have a gas station right here, and I'm sure there's security camera footage. So the detectives are looking at the car, they're looking around inside everywhere. They just marked the bullet casings behind me over my left shoulder. So until we hear from him exactly what's going on, we're not going to speculate. We're just going to say that we had a shooting involving a man that was shot in a vehicle, but that's all we know so far. Once we talk to him, we'll get some more factual information. How's it going, sir?
Good. Hey, my captain's coming.
Okay.
He'll give you guys a statement once he gets. I'll film in once he gets here, and then we'll get you guys a statement.
Okay, I appreciate that. I spoke to the other detective. He said it's just kind of a simple.
Yeah, it's not much to it.
If you guys want to do it, I mean, I don't want to waste his time or anything.
I wouldn't mind, but they wanted someone bigger than me.
Okay. Do you know his ETA at all?
It shouldn't be long.
Okay. All right, we'll hang out.
He doesn't call and tell me his ETA, but
I understand. Thank you for telling me. Okay, so we're waiting on the captain to show up. Once he shows up, then we'll do an interview with the captain and he'll give us the facts as they know it right now. Off camera, one of the other detectives told me that this is kind of it sounds like it's going to be a whodunit. It sounds like an individual drove up next to our victim and fired into the victim's vehicle. Unknown if it's gang related or anything like that, so that's going to be a question that we're going to ask. Whether this is gang motive or anything like that, if this is just a guy driving home from work or something, this is a really interesting story. So we're going to sit on this, make sure to get sound, and I'm going to actually make a few calls and let our editor know what's going on. So that's the current update from the homicide scene.
What's going on?
Spoke with the detective, said he wanted to talk to us. He said that you would do it.
Yeah.
So unless you want them to do it, it's up to you.
I just got here. I got two.
Okay.
So I'll give you what I have.
No, I understand it's not much.
Whenever you guys are ready, so
Yeah, we're good to go. I got my mic. It's just me, and I'm Zach, by the way.
Adrian Gonzalez.
Good to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you, Zach.
So, yeah, he was saying that it was just a basic, like, guy came off, or I'm not sure if he came off the freeway. My assumption is that it was off the freeway, like a road rage thing. Followed him here, and
Yeah, so the information we have is it's a possible road rage.
Got it, okay.
Our victim who's here in this vehicle.
Okay.
Exit the freeway, was being followed
Okay.
closely by someone. At some point when they exit, the suspect pulls up next to him and shoots multiple times into the vehicle.
got it. Okay.
We have a male Hispanic in the driver's seat.
Check. Okay.
He's approximately 50 years old.
Do we, obviously we have security cam footage and stuff like that. Do we have vehicle description? Can I ask about that, or?
Yeah, so the only description we have right now, obviously the camera, the video is far.
Right.
But a dark, compact vehicle. So that's all we have right
Got
now.
it,
Obviously,
okay.
We'll be canvassing this area for additional video.
So the public, you're going to be asking for the public's help on this. Do you have a number that you're going to give to or Crime Stoppers or something?
Crime Stoppers is one.
Okay.
Obviously, you can always call Crime Stoppers for
Right.
us. Our detective number is 323-786.
Okay.
511.
As long as you know it, then we'll do that. Okay, let me back this up, and then we'll have you. Do you want to do it on this side of the tape, I assume?
Whatever's better for you guys.
Yeah, right here's fine. Right here's fine. Let's come to the tape, or actually on this side. Yeah, right there's good. And then put this here. Cool. And thank you for talking to us. I appreciate it. I know it's like late at night, so it's kind of hard to get interviews at like 3 in the morning.
Hey, I know you guys are just doing your job, man. So
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. We don't come down here very often either. Southeast is kind of like, it's kind of off the beaten path for us.
It is. I often don't see anybody down here, especially at these hours.
Yep. We're out of downtown usually, so. And sir, I'm gonna walk up to you, so if you could just try not to move for me, and then I'll come up and we'll just talk to me. Don't look in the lens. I assume you've done a couple of these.
Yeah, it's early in the morning.
No, I really appreciate it. Alrighty. Alrighty, sir, let's start with your name and how you spell it.
My name is Adrian Gonzalez, Adrian. Gonzalez is Gonzalez.
And you're out of what division?
South Bureau Homicide Division. So I'm the captain for South Bureau Homicide Division.
Just kind of run me through what we have right now at the crime scene behind you, and then we'll kind of go back and talk about how this unfolded. If you could just start with the vehicle, what we know about the victim.
Yeah, if you look over my right shoulder, there is a vehicle stopped right there. There's a victim of a shooting. He's a male Hispanic, about 50 years old, who's inside.
Again, this is a shooting. Let's talk about kind of where this started. This was possibly on the freeway. Just kind of run me through the timeline as we have it currently.
Yeah, based on early information that we have, it looks like our victim's vehicle was exiting the 105 freeway. We've reviewed some video, and so apparently there was a vehicle that was following close by as they exit and turn northbound here on the street on Imperial. The vehicle pulls up next to him, shoots multiple times into the vehicle, and flees. And so here we have the victim of a gunshot wound. Our vehicle is described for our suspect as a dark, compact vehicle, and it fled southbound here on Imperial.
Oh, it would be eastbound?
Eastbound on Imperial.
Dark colored, I'm sorry, you said sedan or SUV or?
It's a sedan.
Do we know how many occupants?
We don't. We don't have any information on who the occupants were, or how many occupants were inside the vehicle.
Pistol, rifle, what was used in
It's
this?
going to be a pistol.
Do we know about how many shots were fired?
We don't. Not so far. It's between 3 and 5, but we're still trying. Obviously, we have not looked inside the vehicle, so we have no idea if there's additional information inside the vehicle.
And the vehicle came off the freeway, vehicle's following it. Are you guys working with CHP at all on this, or is this just LAPD?
We will be working with CHP to get additional information, but at this time, we're just investigating here at scene. Our investigators will follow up with CHP at a later time.
What do we know about the victim? You mentioned he's in his 50s, Hispanic. I mean, what's his?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of information yet. We have not fully identified him. He looks just like a regular, citizen, just driving, possibly coming from work.
All right. How long is this going to be closed? And this is Central behind you.
Yes.
North and southbound are closed. Do we know about how long?
Probably about 2 to 3 hours.
And if anyone was in the area, they heard shots, they saw that vehicle, they possibly know who did this, how would they get in contact with you guys?
Yeah, so if anyone has any information, I urge them to either call us at South Bureau Homicide at 323-786-5100. They can always call 1-877 or LAPD 24/7 or Crime Stoppers. If they'd like to remain anonymous, they can use Crime Stoppers as well.
Perfect. Anything to add on this? I mean,
no. I obviously we don't have a lot of information yet, but I'm sure there were some people out here who drove by and either saw or heard something. We really urge them to give us a call and provide us any information that they can.
Your name and spelling one more time.
Adrian Gonzalez, ADRIAN, GONZALEZ.
That was fantastic.
Right,
you should go over to PIO and no. What was the new PIO? The captain, female.
It's Kelly Moniz.
Kelly, that's right.
My younger brother's at PIO.
Really?
Yeah, he's down there as well. He's
Really?
a sergeant. Yeah.
What's his name?
Albert.
Albert. Okay, I think our editor, I'm sure, has talked to him. I guarantee it.
He was there for several years, then he left for a little bit, and then he just recently got back.
Nice, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, you obviously have the experience.
I'll let him do that, and I'll work on this side.
No, I appreciate it, sir. Again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We have footage and stuff. Do you need a copy of anything, or you're good?
Well, actually, do you guys have a business card?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have my information.
So I'll give it to my investigators if they have any information.
Anytime you guys need anything, just shoot me an email, give me a call.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you guys. You guys be safe.
Thank you, sir. You too. All right, so that's what we have right now. It's going to be kind of a who's done it situation. Guy, we were kind of talking about it earlier. I don't know if that was on camera, off camera. We were talking about it. This was possibly a situation that came off of the freeway, but for the captain to confirm that for us, now we kind of know what we're dealing with. That's a huge part of the story, and nobody knows that right now. We're the only ones. So we're going to use that information wisely, but that's going to be a huge factor in this story, being a more interesting story to not just the public, but our clients as well. So that's pretty much it. Time to edit and get it in. So yeah, we're just leaving the homicide scene. You heard what the captain said. It's a
185, structure fire 183 area. Arrive at San Bernardino Avenue.
Okay. So the captain from South Bureau Homicide, really awesome guy, came over, talked with us about what was going on. This is a whodunit, straight homicide. It sounds like it was a road rage situation that came off of the 105 freeway. They exited at Central, and the they exited Central. The suspect vehicle came up next to our victim and fired an unknown number of rounds into the victim's vehicle, striking and killing the victim at the location. So really unfortunate situation. But again, that information, us getting that information and being able to put that into the story is like really, really big. Because again, you have a shooting, yeah, and it's like we're there and you're filming and you're doing what you can do. But to get that information that completes that story and tells that story, that's literally our job. So getting that info was pivotal in this case. But they're asking for the public's help. So anybody that saw anything in the area, they can call Crime Stoppers if they want to report anonymously, and let the detectives know what was going on in that situation. But we did hear also that another person might have been shot in relation to this situation, but we couldn't get that confirmed really on tape, so we're not going to add that into the story. If that develops later, then cool, but that's not something that we're focused on right now. We're focused on what we had on tape and what we were told at that location. So that's what we got. Again, we don't come down to Southeast Division very often. The crime down here is just, it's so consistent, and it's usually like petty crime. So when we do have an incident like this, it's kind of shocking. But again, the guy might have been coming home from work or wherever he was going. But yeah, the officers or the detective was like, yeah, it's just a regular guy, regular citizen coming home and ended up in this road rage thing. So again, it's pretty scary, but you just have to, you know, when you drive around a big city, you just have to be careful. And you know, getting into a road rage thing, it's never worth it, right? It's never worth it. So somebody's upset, let them pass, let them do what they have to do to, you know, just kind of mitigate and de-escalate the situation. But you know, it's a really it's tough to know, you know, to speculate how that led up. But obviously, something big enough for him to feel that he needed to shoot that guy. So it's like, which is never justified. Obviously, that's never like the answer. But yeah, not something that's super common. So when it does happen, it's something that we need to pay extra attention to and make sure we're reporting accurately. That's where we're at, and then we're heading back to downtown. We got the downtown skyline covered in fog because it's really foggy out. And then again, it's the biggest full moon of the year of 2022 is, well, now today at 2:50 a.m. and pretty wild, actually. Pretty wild. So that's what we got. We're heading back to staging, and if anything else comes out, obviously you guys are here for the ride along. Again, this is Code 20 Weekly, new episode every week. Really excited about that. If you're here watching the premiere with me, chances are I'm in the chat. Say hello. And this is probably if you're subscribed, you're getting it early, which is good. So if you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe. We really appreciate all of you guys. We just hit 10,000 actually before the weekly show started. So yeah, 10K, it's kind of crazy. I didn't think there would be that much interest, but you guys have been great. We have like the absolute best followers here. You guys are all incredible. So thank you all for subscribing. And yeah, you're along for the ride along with Code 20 Weekly.
0252 hours.
We've got a call right now for a child. We've got a call for a child being dragged by somebody down the street toward La Brea. So, and we also have a pursuit heading toward us up La Brea. So we've got two things going on right now. The child being dragged down the street, though, I'm not happy about that. So we're gonna head that direction and see what's going on. But that's really, that really pisses me off. So let's see what we got over here. I'm not a happy camper right now. One thing that's really difficult in this job is when you hear kids getting hurt or abused or injured in any way. It's like really, 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 really upsetting. Not just for the officers, but for everybody involved. So I'm not, again, not a happy camper. And we're in the area, so we'll see. They said they're just past the Magic Castle here, heading toward La Brea. So we'll see if we can figure out what's going on. And we do have that pursuit coming northbound La Brea right now. So we're at the top. We're kind of in the direction where they would have to go. And we're low on fuel, of course, so we can't really engage too heavily in a pursuit. But we are at the top of La Brea where this call just came out, which is kind of weird. So, okay. So we're at the intersection. Do you see anything? They said being dragged toward La Brea, right? Oh, right here? No, bird scooter. I didn't see anything.
Information specialist advised they are negative on his bike.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. Let's go back through the other direction, see if we hear it.
10 at 6, number 1 lane. Is everybody to get
Another pursuit. How many pursuits do we have? We have 2 pursuits? There is a homeless encampment over here, so that might be related to it. There's a this guy's got a box.
Contacting Western, the number 2 at 75.
All right, I don't hear and I don't see anything. We beat LAPD over here because we were heading toward that pursuit, but I don't see anybody. I don't hear a kid screaming. It kind of shakes you up a little, but I think it's either a false call or.
That's the unit coming from 219, trying to get position with this fight. Contacting Hoover.
So, yeah, we're still listening to the pursuit. They're eastbound 10, past the 110, but I don't...
that's the phone. They're putting it on now.
I don't see anybody, and I don't hear anything, so I think we're just going to clear off at this point. There's... yeah, and our suspect is getting off at Washington. All right. What do you think? False?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Nothing here. Nobody's screaming. So we're gonna clear off and head back to kind of listen to this pursuit. We're trying to make our way back to quarters for the end of the night. But okay, it's funny. He's right by that shooting and right by staging. That's funny.
Right, a left turn underneath the freeway.
All right, we're clearing out of Hollywood. See what else we get. All right. It's another fire for Alex. He doesn't want another fire. We can't. We're heading to another fire. Hopefully it's not on fire for Alex's sake, because he might lose it. So we have a report of an Outback Steakhouse on fire, which they're a modern restaurant. They're going to have fire suppression systems. They're going to have sprinklers, fire alarms, all that. So the chances of Outback Steakhouse actually being on fire, like the fires you've seen in season 1. Alex, actually roll back some of that fire footage from season 1. So for it to be like that, I don't think it's going to be like that. Just knowing how Outback Steakhouse is, right? But you never know. So again, we have to go check it out. It's our job to go and see what's up. And again, with City Fire, considering how fast they are, we have to get in gear and get ourselves over there before. Oh, wrong radio. Not before them, obviously. We're not going to beat them. We're like 6 miles away, 7 miles away. But you got to be fast because these guys are very, very quick. So it's our job to get there, at least start heading there. At least start heading there so we're en route by the time that they come up with a size up and say, here's what's going on. So you'll hear a size up. It's about to come out.
we got?
Great question. Great question.
That's 310. Like right now we've got pretty good smoke coming from the roof of that Outback.
Oh,
Looks like it might be occupancy next to that.
okay.
Copy that.
So there is a fire, but it's probably not Outback Steakhouse, like I said. So we'll see what we've got.
We have some coming up the Alpha Delta corner wall. We're trying to open the interior wall right now.
Okay, so this could have started. Usually when you have a wall
Copy that. I
fire,
just want to confirm that that is separated from the rest of that strip mall, correct?
it usually comes out, or it starts, I'm sorry, as an electrical fire.
Yes.
So we'll figure out once we get over here what they're looking at and see if that lines up with what they're saying on the radio, which, you know, 90% of the time with City, they're really accurate. So unlike some other agencies that we go to their calls, City's really accurate. We do have smoke. I can see smoke here, kind of hazy. Nothing major, but again, it can get bigger depending on what's on fire and where the fire is and how difficult it is to access. So once they're able to get to it, oh yeah, it's yeah, we got some decent smoke. They're right. Interesting. So we don't want to go in the parking lot. We probably want to go where the ambulance is parked. I just don't want to be over this blind crest or between them and the hydrants. Oh, you know what? Let's just go in the parking lot here. Let's do that. That'd be nice. Just drive up to it. All right.
Yeah, I copy that. I can kind of see that. I'm just concerned that we're starting to get into the attic, so keep an eye on that.
Maybe a bloomin' onion got out of control. Huh? It's a bloomin' onion. Now the Australians are like, what the heck is that? My buddy from Australia, Kenzie, I think we were talking about that, and I asked him if they had it there, and he had no idea what I was talking about. So apparently they don't have that in Australia. Yeah, a lot of smoke. A surprising amount of smoke coming out of the building. I'm shocked, actually. I'm shocked by this, right? It's, I can't believe it. It's like going. It's, it had to be electrical. If it was in the wall like that, it had to be. So yeah, probably started as a wall fire, electrical on the side, or maybe part of their kitchen system, something like that. And now it's rolling in there, and it's definitely getting worse. I don't know if we'll actually see active flame on this, but again, really rare for a business like this on a structure like this to go up. And I don't know if they have a connected attic space. Because if they do, they're going to have an issue on the building to the south. So right now the guys inside are probably pulling the wall and the ceiling, trying to make access to that crawl space. And then obviously from the outside we can see they're trying to make access through the roof and through the facade on the front. But we're getting more and more smoke coming out now. So it's hopefully they get it soon. The quicker they get it, the better chance of saving the building they have, obviously. So I assume this is the last event for the evening, considering the sun is coming up. Again, thank you guys for watching this episode of Code 20 Weekly. Every weekend, we're doing a new episode. I can't believe it. We have a ton of content for you guys. Thank you for hanging out. If you're already a subscriber, thank you. If you're not, consider subscribing. Hit that like button, but only if you liked it. Again, Code 20 every single week. What's not to love? Thank you guys again.